Hi Virgo. We're going to do a general love reading for you today. I'm using the Llewellyn deck, and I'm going to start with a Celtic cross layout. If this resonates for you, and it won't resonate for everybody, I will be doing an extended, and the information for that is in the box below. Also, I am now available for personal readings, so the information for that is also in the box below. Okay, let's get started here. Virgo. Keeping in mind it's a general love reading, so it's not always just romantic love. It can be other things in your life that are coming from, passion or a heart kind of place. Also, just a heads up too that the gender in the cards refer more to the male and female divine energies. So like the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, they're interchangeable that way. And as you know, we both have both masculine and feminine divine energies in us, so they can apply to, either gender. Okay. Let's get going. So this is the guidepost into the reading. This is coming from the universe. Guidance in, and it's a Two of Wands. I'm just going to draw another card on that. And then I got the Four of Wands. So I think this is kind of like an anticipatory time coming for you where you're feeling like there's something, like commitment is at hand in terms of some area of your life. And we'll see where that comes. And you kind of, and now giving you an insight in the next while. That's why this is guide. So card readings like this, to give you insight into, and I'll just show you again that card, as to where the path or where your next steps are going to be. Okay, and then above you now we've got the Justice card, so that kind of coincides with that, because this time in your life you kind of invited change in, you invited something new, and now the universe is bringing that to you. Okay, so that's what the Justice card is about. And then obviously there's been some endings that have happened, but now we're moving into this new phase here where you're looking at what's coming next for you. Because we have the Seven of Cups, which is at the base of the reading, which tells me that that it's a new beginning for you in all areas of your life. So when I said, general love reading, I think in this case, it looks like it's going to permeate, or you're asking for it to permeate in all areas of your life. In other words, everything right now is up for reassessment, up for, it's all going to sort of be redefined for you. And then I drew another card, the Six of Cups on that. So I'm kind of feeling like, let's draw one more card. We got the Tower there, right? So it feels to me like you're going back to a time maybe in your childhood where there was, you kind of knew yourself. I kind of feel like you knew yourself better then than this past part of your life. Maybe you've been experimenting, which we do, at some point in our life for sure, to say, okay, well, yeah, this looks interesting. Let's try this. No, let's try this. No, let's try this. No. And sometimes we get hurt in that experimentation. But it is experimentation. I don't see a lot of pain cards in here at this point. But what I do see in the recent past is you now moving forward. Moving forward now that you kind of have more of a handle in recognizing who you are and where your path is going to lead you based on who you are. And so that kind of self-recognition. And you've got the Tower also here, which tells me that the universe is, once again, because you've got the Justice card here, so the preparatory stuff is already happening too, to move you into kind of this new, it feels more authentic you that you're moving into. Okay, so the Tower is kind of there to break down some of the constructs that maybe you built along the way as you were, experimenting or trying to figure out, like, okay, who am I, kind of thing. And as I said, that's a pretty normal thing that we do. On you right now, you've got the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles. And I'll just draw another card on that. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So I think at this point, you're feeling like you're definitely single, not in a relationship right now. At least that's the way I see this. But there is somebody in your life, and has been somebody in your life, which is the Emperor. And it's just, it feels like it's a new beginning kind of thing for you. The Page of Pentacles here. And intuitively, you're kind of moving into it without doing a lot of critical thinking. Because in the immediate future, I do see where you did have a time of critical thinking going on with the Four of Swords, and the Devil is also there. And the Fool is kind of covering the Devil. So it seems to me that you're coming out of kind of a period of hibernation, withdrawal, moving now into, and during that hibernation, doing a lot of sort of, deep thinking, and because it was a quiet time and you weren't really doing, you weren't moving on anything. And now I kind of feel like you're tempted to move back into kind of the more passionate side of yourself and the more passionate part of life again. And with the Fool there, it is already starting to begin. So therefore, I think you're trying to kind of get a clear picture of who's involved in that, and where this is taking you. And you've got the Four of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So there has been kind of a new awareness or realization in terms of love that has come to you in a way that, maybe, not in a way that kind of defied your fantasies of what you kind of were trying to build in your life, maybe, as I said, during that experimental period. And now this kind of reality is like, okay, wait a minute, this is really who you are, and what, what love holds in store for you. So it's kind of crashing through, just like the Tower did, crashing through old constructs, maybe that were based on kind of a bit of fantasy, or a bit of, as I say, more so I'd say even experimenting, to moving into your destiny. We got the Wheel of Fortune here and the Knight of Swords. So I kind of see you really rapidly moving towards this destiny, feeling very confident, as the the Nine of Pentacles is showing you here, like feeling like you're ready for this. You kind of are not, you have a lot of resources at your fingertips to help you, and feeling secure and grounded as you're moving into this new part of who I see you discovering who you are. Then we've got the Moon, so it's in your subconscious. So once again, opening up light into some of the darker areas, as I see with the Devil up here too. The darker areas of your kind of soul, of your psyche, so to maybe, and lighting it up so that you can kind of see what that is. You're not afraid of it. You're feeling confident, and you're willing to go there inside yourself, because I truly think you're on this search for your own authentic being, so that you can then connect with that as a partner. And I think that's why, going back even into your childhood, when maybe that was more obvious at that point. You have the King of Pentacles in your environment, the Hangman, and the Six of Pentacles. So with the King of Pentacles and the Hangman, it's like having a different perspective on security. Remember when I say this is non-gender, so the King of Pentacles is more the masculine divine energy, which is the energy, that kind of we associate that with the right side of the brain, where, it's about, for Virgo, I could see this too, earthy things, like being drawn more into that kind of, that level of knowledge, that level of existence, that level of being, where you feel comfortable and secure in knowing that your connection to your nature, okay? And that's the perspective that I see shifting here, so that then you're able to, don't know, to be able to put more of you into your life and more of you into the people around you and kind of share that perspective. I see the Three of Wands in a position of your hopes and dreams. So wanting to see where this is all going to take you, much like the Two of Wands, which was guiding you, the Three of Wands is wanting to see a broader landscape of what your life is going to unfold and what is coming your way. Like now that you kind of feel more confident in who you are authentically, and then being able to survey around you and go, okay, this is interesting. Look at all these options are out there, and actually seeing some of the path open up for you. Then you have Temperance and the Hermit and the outcome. So Temperance is more, being able to, once again, with the Hangman on you, as I say, in your environment, shifting your perspective. And the Temperance it's kind of like taking your time to do this process, being careful, being cautious, being patient, but also at the same time exploring that depth within you, because this is like the keeper of the well too, and this is going along with the moon here, where your emotions and you have a very deep emotional well that you are willing to explore at this point. And the Hermit is giving you the opportunity to take the time to do this so that you can clearly see, based on your own counsel, based on your own knowledge of who you are, see where this is going to take you, rather than maybe, what other people say, or, what you grew up with, that kind of thing. This is now coming more from you yourself. Okay, so I'm going to do an oracle card here for you. We've got letting go and the bee. So the bee is interesting because it's about luck, industrious, and sweet victory. Now remember I said in your recent past, it's like this kind of victory ride that you have, but this is your victory ride towards you and towards your own, exploration of yourself at this point. And so I kind of feel like you did a lot, or you are currently, because it's in your outcome as well, doing a lot of work in that area, trying to, starting going back into childhood and then looking forward and kind of going inside and figuring out, and as I said with the moon, into the deeper depths of who you are as this new beginning is starting for you. And letting go of the past. Like letting go of who you thought you were, maybe, who you, as I said, we do that, right? We sort of, as we start off maybe knowing who we are as children, and then all of the stuff is available to us as it is now, because as I say, you've got all the stuff that you connected yourself with in the world is now renewed for you, because remember we had the Seven of Cups showing up there. So letting go so that you can embrace and engage in the current exploration. Okay? All right. If this did resonate, I am doing, as I said, an extended reading, and I'll be exploring a lot more about the outcome and the, the moon part that's playing a role in here. Okay, so if I don't see you there, I'll see you next week.